Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the Twister Topic Show. This is part two of Veve Digital NFTs is the future. We're going to be deep diving today on the company ECOMI with addition to Veve. We're going to start now with this article introducing Alfred Kahn, the head of a global licensing at ECOMI. Now, this man right here is pretty much the god of licensing. He has proven to change the game as everybody knows it when it comes to a company like Nintendo. I'll go into the article and we could dig a little deeper. So in this past week, ECOMI have released some of the biggest news in licensing this year. Alfred Kahn, licensing Hall of Famer, whose properties are responsible for more than $25 billion in retail revenue, has just become the head of global licensing at ECOMI. As you guys know, ECOMI has been started around 2018, so this is an older article from August 6th. As an expert in licensing, branding, and digital media marketing, Alfred will play an integral role in securing licenses for ECOMI's Collect platform, as well as developing and implementing marketing and branding strategies to an international audience. So this is the target that ECOMI is trying to reach. They are trying to give people access to all of these licenses on a digital platform, which is named Veve, and they will definitely be able to be successful with this approach with a man like Alfred Kahn on their team. So who is Alfred Kahn? Alfred is a founder and currently the CEO of Crane Con LLC, a global IP development and marketing company, chairman of the board at Toon Goggles Inc., as well as being the founder, chairman, and the CEO of 4Kids Entertainment. Now this is important considering 4Kids, for a lot of kids that grew up in the 90s, 4Kids was primarily the main shows like TMNT, Yu-Gi-Oh, and such, which Alfred Kahn had the rights and licenses to. He is recognized as an industry leader in licensing heavyweight, and his company 4Kids Entertainment was responsible for exactly that. But what I did leave out is this colossal company right here, or this colossal show, Pokemon. And now I do have a video of Alfred Kahn here explaining exactly how he was able to go and secure the license for this company, for this show, Pokemon, which he had the rights to. Let's tune in.
Called Coleco, I've never heard of Coleco. And we made video games and things of that ilk. And I was president of Coleco for a period of time. Then I started my own company, which was called 4Kids Entertainment, and my desire with 4Kids was to go around the world looking for things that we could bring out of different countries and launch them around the world. And one of the first things I found, I realized that video games, this is going back in the 80s, that video games were really going to be important. Where were the video games coming from? A lot of them were coming from Japan. So I went to Japan, and I met with all the video game companies, and one of them was a small company in Kyoto called Nintendo. And I went to see them, and I said, well, who represents you outside of Japan? They said, no one. I said, okay, I'll represent you outside Japan. So I represented Nintendo for 30 years. Did all their television, did all their movies, did all their licensing on a worldwide basis outside of Asia. So basically, we have, in the process of going to Japan for all these years, I saw a property there called Pocket Monsters, which was a Japanese concept that was on Japanese television, and the kids were collecting these trading cards, etc. And when I walked through Japan, I saw these kids were really interested in these trading cards. And I found out that the owner of that Pocket Monsters, as everything is in Japan or China, they're consortiums. Different companies are partnering on this, whether it be a video game company, a toy company, a advertising agency, and also some kind of sponsor. So I went to find out who owned this Pocket Monsters, found out Nintendo was one of the owners. I said, I'd like to bring this out to the rest of the world. They went, no, not going to work. It's not going to work. It's only Japanese, 2 Japanese. It's never going to work outside of Japan. And I went, why do you say that? Because it's a role-playing game. And role-playing games require kids to read. American kids don't read. That was a Japanese perspective. And I said, you might be right, but I think we can turn this into an action game. I think we could do a lot of things with this. Of course, not knowing what kind of opportunity this was initially. So the Japanese said to me, no, can't have it. I said, well, how much money is it going to take to get it? And they gave me a number, and I said, okay, I'll do it. And they warned me, they said, this is going to be such a bomb. We don't want you to tell anybody that Nintendo has anything to do with this at all. Don't mention it. You can go bring it out on the 4Kids Entertainment. Don't bring it out under Nintendo. But this is going to be a disaster. I went, okay. Well, make a long story short, we changed the name to Pokemon. We ended up redoing the television shows from scratch. We ended up having to market this thing directly to American kids. And when we did it, we did a videotapes, remember them? Okay, and we did a videotape.
So that was Alfred Kahn explaining to us that he is definitely proved himself to bring such a show like Pokemon over to North America and turn it into a colossal household name like it is today. Now you can see in this photo, it's Alfred Kahn on the right here, and he's also with the creators of Pokemon. So this is definitely, a very, very powerful man here. Also got a crypto wallet here, and the crypto wallet is powered by ECOMI. So they also have different capabilities that they're going to merge into the app. So it's more of a consumer experience where if you're a crypto collector of the ECOMI token, they're going to implement different technologies within the app that you could also purchase NFTs with and whatnot. Now we're going to be listening into David Yu talking about the different functionalities that these NFTs could have in the future and different ways where these collectibles could become more scarce in a more scarce environment. Let's take a listen.
How do you build up metadata that you said is in the app?
Yeah, they will be available in the app as well as the web app.
So I assume it's in the information where edition, suddenly where edition, and
Yes.
the name
So
in there.
Yeah. So even yesterday we announced that anything after expiry date on that NFT we will be deleting them. Even that will be updated in the metadata. We will tell in a way of how many is being burned. Yeah, that will be quite good because some of the stuff that's in the current marketplace will be burned off very soon.
Do you think because more of the stuff I noticed in season 1 is quite low edition, do you think they could be burned as well, or they're not?
Yes. Yes, they could be burned. So what we're doing is we're starting a new category of collectibles, and we see value, right? A lot of people are not holding in their common, or the common goes below the floor price. So there's actually not much reason why we want to keep those in circulation supply, unless new users are coming in. So if you're holding about 400 comics or something, I'm just making it up. So don't. We're bringing out a new thing called prototype or hard to find, where it's a very low run, like 10, of prototypes of the collectibles, and you could be going, well, I want to burn 300 commons to swap you for one of these.
Exclusive NFT or something like that.
You couldn't buy them. You can only trade them with the company. And when those comments come in, we will be burning those.
So as you heard, he's mentioning the different functionalities that could happen when you have many commons. You're going to be able to trade it in back into the with the company, and they're going to give you a one of one, NFT for the 300, but once they get it, it's never going to go back on the market again. It will be burned. So this is the scarce environment that Veve is going to create in the future, where people are going to be wanting to get their hands on these specific collectibles. So, for example, just looking on the comic side, when you have names like Amazing Fantasy 15, it's one of the, if I'm not mistaken, one of the top 10 most expensive comics of all time, and the most sought after. And there's only 226, well, 92 copies left on the market, and I believe this was a 10,000 run. So that's just the name. The functionalities is going to be absolutely insane when it comes to Veve as a whole, and it just doesn't get any crazier than this. And what a time to be alive. This is an interview with the CEO, David Yu, and Daniel Crothers, also in a conversation with Alfred Khan. I'll leave this video in the description below. I am definitely running out of time, but it was nice chatting with you. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you like this video. I got lots of more other topics to talk about, whether it's digital assets or other topics that that could be spoken of. Thank you again, and